That you got that heat. 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 That you got that heat.
Hello guys and welcome to the PC Masters Cup live draw. We are here to represent the PC community, guys, and we're going to get running this tournament for you guys and the group stages. Before we get started, I'm just going to fix the music for this section and we'll continue. Give us a moment. Okay guys, let me know in the comment section if the music is too loud. If it needs reducing, please let me know in the comment section, guys. Before we get started, I'm going to go over the pots, all the teams in this competition, the prizes and how everything works. Just let me know in the comment section if you can hear my voice over the music or if it needs to be turned down, so please let me know. Too loud, let's take a look. Yeah, should be good. Okay guys, we'll continue. Thank you all for tuning in. We are here for the Masters Pro Clubs PC Cup. So there's 32 teams from Europe taking part in this competition. There's cash prizes for the top 4 teams. So yeah guys, we'll go over that shortly. But before we get started, let's take a look at some of the players to watch out for in this competition. So guys, this is from the Esports Premier, which is, we did the first season on PC, and here are some of the players, the highest rated players from the first season to watch out for in the PC Masters Cup. So there's Cadixu, he's the Portuguese player and manager for 295 Esports, finished the highest rank, so he's a player to watch out for in this competition. We have Festique, he was at Smile, but I'm pretty sure he might be playing for B2B, which is Back to Basics. Pretty sure he plays for him now. We have Accelerate, a player for Cyfox from Germany. We have STR2KK, a board member for the staff of VPG and player for Silence. We have Jews, another player for 295. Clea Chola, German international player for Cyfox. And Martin, the manager and player for Funcop. So some of the highest rated players from the Esports Premier taking part in the Masters Pro Clubs Cup. Now let's cover the Premier table for the Esports Premier. So some of the teams will be taking part in this one. Smile, they disbanded after season 1, but a new team took over, which is Back to Basics, which is basically Smile and Utopia merged together. So it'll be good for those teams in this competition. We have Silence are taking part in it, QPR, 295, we have Linares, Funcop, Cyfox, Be Humble, and Vikings, and Northside and Rebrand. So they are the teams taking part from the Esports Premier in the Masters Cup. Okay guys, we're going to go over to pot 1 and show you guys the 16 teams that will be in pot 1 and how the pots will work. So we'll go over to that now. So for pot 1, how it's going to work, there's 2 pots, pot number 1 and pot number 2, 16 teams from each pot. So in the group stages, 2 teams from pot 1 and 2 teams from pot number 2. It's just to make things a little bit level, so there's not super strong teams all in the same group. We discussed the pots between the PC board, which is the staff team. They discussed the pots. So pot 1 here are the 16 teams. We have Magic Storm, Back to Basics, Juventus Bucuresti, Silence, Rebrand Project, Cyfox Esports, QPR, Be Humble, Revolt, Pokemon, Boa Vista, Funcop, Linares, PT Rangers, Echelon FC and 295 Esports are the 16 teams in pot number 1. Now moving across into pot number 2, we have Endless Esports, Links 4X, we have Zebra FC, Vikings, Northside, Vlad Minin, if that's how you pronounce it, MDS Factory, Into Them, AD Oliverenze, Showmans, Supreme VFC, VFC Dynamo, Monster AC, Confession, Fangs, and One Moment. So they are the whole of the 32 teams taking part in this competition. They are the pots, pot 1 and pot number 2. Let us know where you guys are from in the comment section, which team. I can see a lot of Zebra, which is a team from France. Welcome to the stream, guys. A lot of you in here. Before we get started, let's take a look at some of the content and some of the ones to watch for this competition. So that was some of the highlights and teams and clips to watch out for in this competition. So we've gone over the pots, pot number 1 and pot number 2. If you just joined us, welcome to the stream. We'll go over the pots shortly again, and then we'll get into the knockout stage and how the live draw is going to happen. So starting off, as you can see on the screen, the 16 teams in pot number 2, and here are the 16 teams in pot number 1. The groups, there's going to be obviously 8 groups, and there's going to be 2 teams from each in each group, two teams from pot 1 and 2 teams from pot number 2. So how the knockout stages will work. So as you can see here on the screen, pots groups A to H, 4 in each group, and we'll be picking them out of the live draw. So here is the live draw, guys. As you can see on the screen, pot 1 and pot number 2, 16 teams of the very best teams in Europe in each one. So we're going to get through to that now and start the live draw for the Pro Clubs Masters Cup. We have Tasmania in the comment section. He is one of the managers for Back to Basics, so give him a shout out. Arteezy, welcome. We have a lot of QPR in there as well. Welcome, guys. Joshua, welcome. Okay, guys, let's get into it. So here we go. How it's going to work is we'll go into the knockout stage draw. We're going to start off doing the teams from pot number 1. So we're going to do Group A, Group B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then we'll do it again, A, B to H. So we'll do all the pot 1 teams into each group, and then we'll do the pot 2 teams straight after it. Endless Esports, shout out to them, English champions from the Pro League. There's a lot of debut teams into this competition, which would be good to see how they got on. Now let's get started. Moving across into the live system, we're going to choose the teams from pot number 1. As you can see on this area here, all the 16 teams are on the screen or in this virtual system ball. So the first team that gets pulled up will be going into group number Group A. So it will be Group A team number 1. Let's take a look to see who the first team is going to be pulled up in the first ever Pro Clubs Masters Cup. Let's move across to that now. So the first team in group number A is Cyfox. So Cyfox are the first team to be pulled up in this competition. Cyfox, a fantastic team from Germany. I think they are domestic champions in the Pro League. Cyfox from Germany are the first team in group number A. So Cyfox are the first team in Group A. Now moving across back into the live draw. The next team we pull out, we're going into Group B. So the next team in Group B is a Magic Storm. So Magic Storm are the second team to be pulled up, but they're going into Group B as team number 1. Magic Storm, another strong team from Poland. Now moving across back into the live draw system, let's take a look to see who will be the third team getting pulled up into Group C. And it's Revolt. So Revolt, they are taking part the first ever competition on VPG. A very strong side from Germany. Revolt in Group C. Big shout out to Kieran. Welcome to the stream, Kieran. I think he'll be joining the Esports Premier next season with his team. Looks very strong. So Revolt just got pulled up into Group C. So the next team that we get will be going into Group D. It's Juventus Bucuresti from Romania. So the first team in Group D is Juventus Bucuresti. Now Juventus Bucuresti are a very strong side. I've heard a lot of good things about them from the board members on the PC community. So Juventus, watch out for them. A very strong side. Now moving across into the next is going to be the first team pulled up into Group E. So going into Group E, we have Be Humble. Now Be Humble, the only team from Italy in this competition. I know quite a few players from their side as they originally came from PlayStation. I'm not sure how many players actually moved over, but they were Italian champions on PlayStation 4. Some of them moved over, formed a team on PC, and are doing very well on the PC community as well. So that's Be Humble going into Group E from Italy. Their previous name was Falcons VPC on PlayStation, and now Be Humble. That was their basically on PlayStation. Be Humble was their like Cash Cup name, but now it's their full-time name on the PC community. And moving across back into the draw, the next team will be going into the next group. Let's take a look to see who it will be. Is Echelon FC. So Echelon FC are also playing their first ever competition on the VPG. A team from Russia. I think they are Russian champions. I'm pretty sure they are Russian champions. And they are going into Group F. Now moving across into Group G. The next team will be pulled up into this one. Which is Funcop from Spain. Funcop from Spain are the first team to be pulled up for Group G. Another fantastic side from Spain. In the comment section, guys, there's quite a few of you now. Let us know who you think is obviously going to win the competition. Obviously, you see, if you joined us earlier, you would have seen all the 32 teams taking part in this tournament. Let us know who you think the favourites are, and we'll talk about that very shortly. Now, moving across into Group H, so let's take a look to see who will be getting pulled into that one. Next team into Group H. It's a Back to Basics. So Back to Basics, they're basically a newly formed club. It's basically Utopia and Smile Esports Premier Champions came together to create a club for the new season. So definitely watch out for them. I'd probably say they're one of the favourites. Back to Basics. And they have been put into Group H as team number 1. So we have 8 teams left in pot number 1. So now it starts to get exciting. We start to see which teams from pot number 1 will be in the same group, and then we move across into pot number 2. Now let's start off with pot number A. So this team who gets pulled up out of this one will be joined alongside Cyfox in Group A. So let's take a look to see who will join Cyfox. Join alongside them will be Linares from Spain. So Linares from Spain will be put into Group A. Alongside Cyfox. Very strong so far, that one is. Now moving across into the next one, which is Group B, which will join Magic Storm from Poland. So the next team will be going into Group B. Is PT Rangers. PT Rangers from Portugal. Another strong side to watch out for. They've been put into Group B. Which is PT Rangers, which stands for Portuguese Rangers. Now for the next one is Group C, which will join Revolt from Germany. So joining Revolt in this one is 295 Esports from Portugal. 295 Esports from Portugal joined in Group C with Revolt. Very strong group that one is. 295 and Revolt Esports. Now moving across into Group D, joining Juventus Bucharesti is QPR. So QPR Esports will be put in Group D alongside Juventus Bucharesti. Now moving across into Group E, and they'll be joined by Be Humble from Italy, the only Italian team in this competition. So they're running this tournament for the Italian community here, and they'll be joined in the same group with Silence. So Silence in Group E. From Spain. Now moving across into Group F, there's only 3 teams left from pot number 1. Only 3 teams left, so let's move across into that one now. 3 teams left. Going into the next group, we have Pokemon from France. Rashid, in regards to the cam build, that will most likely be out tomorrow or Friday. We do have it. It's a cam build from the best cam from the Esports Premier on PlayStation. In a couple of days that will be released. So Pokemon is going into Group F alongside Echelon from Russia. Pokemon, another strong side from France, going into Group F. Now 2 teams left in pot number 1. It's going into Group G, joined alongside Funkop from Spain. Let's take a look to see who it will be. I see some of their Pokemon comments. Quality. 2 teams left. The last one joining Funkop from Spain is Rebrand Project from Turkey. So Rebrand Project from Turkey are the second team in Group G. Joined alongside Funkop from Spain. Now obviously the last team from pot number 1, let's pull it out. And they're going into the last group, which is Boa Vista from Portugal. So Boa Vista are in Group H with Back to Basics. They are the second team in Group H. So that is your pot 1 done, guys. So they are the 16 teams from pot number 1. So now we're going to move across into the pot number 2. Before we get started, I'm going to show you the 16 teams in pot number 2. All the 16 teams are in here now, ready? But before we get started, let's show you guys the 16 teams from pot number 2. Which is these here. We have Endless, Lynx, we have Zebra, we have Vikings, Northside, we have Vlad, MGS Factory, Into Them, AD Oliverenze, Showmans, Supreme, VFC Dynamo, Monster AC, Confession, Fangs, and One Moment. So they are the 16 teams. Which group are they going to go in? Let's find out now. So now we are back for the pot number 2 for the virtual ball system. Let's take a look and let's get started. Welcome Hakan to the stream from Supreme VFC. Welcome guys. So let's get started. as you can see on the screen, this next team getting pulled up from pot number 2 will be put in Group A, joined alongside Cyfox and Linares. So let's start off with Group A. So in Group A we have Zebra FC from France. They are the 3rd team in Group A. Very strong group that one is so far. Cyfox, Linares from Spain and Zebra FC from France. Very tough. Okay, now moving across into Group B. Into Group B, let's take a look to see who will be the next team getting pulled up. And we have Vlad. I do apologise, I'm not sure how to pronounce the second bit. Is it Minin? Vlad Minin? Minin? You let me know in the comments section how to pronounce. But yeah, I'll just say Vlad. They have been put into Group B as the 3rd team. So Vlad are the only team from Morocco, but they do play in the French league. They'll be looking to get themselves into the knockout stages for sure. Mustafa, do let me know how you pronounce. And obviously when we do the knockout stages, it will help me remember how to pronounce the names. So that is Vlad into Group B, joined alongside PT Rangers and Magic Storm. Now the next team will be pulled out, will be joined in Group C. So going into Group C, we have MDS Factory. The 3rd team in Group C is MDS Factory. Pretty sure they are from France. Yes, they are. Play in VPG France, the new competition for the PC community. MDS Factory. WNM, yeah. Easier, will do. Okay, now moving across into the next one, which is going into Group D, joined alongside Juventus Bucharest and QPR. So the next team is going into Group D, and that's Vikings. So Vikings going into Group D as the 3rd team. Vikings from Spain. They did play in the Esports Premier, I'm sure. Let me take a look. Pretty sure they were in the Esports Premier. Yep, Vikings were 13th. So they'll definitely be looking to make a name for themselves in this tournament. So Vikings are the 3rd team in Group D. So the next one will be joined into Group E alongside Be Humble from Italy and Silence from Spain. We have VFC Dynamo from Romania. VFC Dynamo are the 3rd team in Group E. I know that name, it's very familiar and quite well known in the Pro Clubs community. They have teams on PlayStation, Xbox and PC. So it is a big name known on many consoles. So VFC Dynamo in Group E with Be Humble and Silence. We have Cavdodon, welcome to the stream. Revolt for the win. Playing their debut competition on a VPG, a very strong side from Germany. They're another strong side to watch, so watch out for them guys. Revolt. Now moving across into Group F. The next team will be going into Group F. And that is Northside. So Northside from France. They also took part in the VPG Premier last season. So we do know them. And they'll be going into Group F alongside Echelon FC from Russia and Pokemon from France. So far in Group F there is 2 teams from France. And that's Northside. So for the next one is going into Group G. Group G joined with Funcop and Rebrand Project. And that one is Supreme VFC. I'm pretty sure they are from Turkey. Supreme VFC. Supreme VFC. Yes, they are from Turkey. Nice logo as well. They are going into Group G with Rebrand Project, also from Turkey, and Funcop FC from Spain. Now moving across into Group H. Next team going into Group H. And it's Endless Esports from England. They are the English champions from their domestic league from the Pro League. Playing their debut competition on the VPG, so watch out for them. Endless Esports. So they're going into Group H. Joined alongside Back to Basics from France and Boa Vista. That is a very strong group at the minute. It's probably the group of death, I'd say. Back to Basics, Boa Vista and Endless. There's a few other top ones, but we'll talk about the group of death after the full stream is done. So there's only 8 teams left from pot number 2. Let's take a look to see who the final teams will be into which group. So the next team will be going into Group A. Going into Group A is Showmans. Showmans from Spain. So they are the last team from to be put in Group A. So that is Group A completed, which is Showmans. So they are playing their first ever European tournament with us. They do play in VPG Spain, I'm pretty sure. For Kieran's team, he wasn't invited. Am I joking, Kieran? The next team is going into Group B. Which is One Moment. So One Moment are the last team in Group B. One Moment has a mix of nationality in their team. Most teams do nowadays, they have a mixed nationality, but One Moment do have most players from UK and Romania. So check out them. One Moment, newly formed team, I'm pretty sure, into Group B. Now moving across into Group C. Is AD Oliverense from Portugal. So they are in Group C. AD Oliverense. Okay, so yeah, the team that got pulled up in Group B, which was One Moment, it's 2 teams merged for that team. I'm not sure which 2 teams it was. Maybe Kieran can update us, but apparently 2 teams merged to form One Moment. Okay, now moving across into Group D. Let's take a look to see who the last team will be in Group D. It's Confession from Russia, I'm pretty sure. Starting to learn most of the teams and where they are from. So it's Confession. Yes, they are from Russia. I think it's their first ever European tournament. I'm pretty sure they only play in the Russian competitions. And they're doing pretty well as well. So that is another name to watch out for in this competition. Very tough group, that one. Juventus, QPR, Vikings and Confession. Kevin said in regards to the One Moment, it's Cadre and Queen merged together to form One Moment. So only 4 teams left in pot number 2. Let's take a look who the remaining 4 teams are, and the next one is going into Group E. Is Into Them. So the last team in Group E is Into Them. And it's a team from Portugal. Only 3 teams left. Let's take a look to see who will be going into Group F. Is a Lynx 4K. It's a Lynx 4K from Spain. As you can see, they played in the Esports Premier last season. Then Lynx 4K. Or did they? Maybe they didn't. Okay, yeah, they play VPG Spain. My bad. So yeah, Lynx 4K play in VPG Spain. And they have been put into Group F. Lynx 4K. Only 2 teams left. The next one's going into Group G. And it's Fangs. Fangs is the last team in Group G. So Fangs, another team from France, taking part in the VPG France competition. And the last team to get pulled up is Monster AC from France. So that is your groups, guys, for the Masters Cup. The first ever Masters Cup with $1,000 in cash prizes. For Group A, we have Cyfox from Germany, Linares from Spain, we have Zebra FC from France, and Showmans from Spain. In Group B, we have Magic Storm from Poland, PT Rangers from Portugal, Vlad from Morocco, and One Moment from England. In Group C, we have Revolt from Germany, 295 Esports from Portugal, we have MDS Factory from France, and AD Oliverenzi from Portugal. In Group D, we have Juventus Bucharesti from Romania, QPR Esports from England, the Vikings from Spain, and Confession from Russia. In Group E, we have Be Humble from Italy, Silence from Spain, VFC Dynamo from Romania, and Into Them from Portugal. In Group F, we have Echelon FC from Russia, Pokemon from France, Northside from France, and the Lynx 4K from Spain. In Group G, we have Funcop FC from Spain, we have Rebrand Project from Turkey, Supreme VFC from Turkey, and Fangs from France. In Group H, we have Back to Basics from France, Boa Vista from Portugal, Endless Esports from England, and the Monster AC from France. Do let us know in the comment section which you think is the group of death. Which is the hardest group that you guys think it is so far. Kieran's put Group B, which is Magic Storm, PT Rangers, the Vlad, and One Moment is quite equal. Which one would you see is the group of death, which is the hardest group? A lot of them look very strong. But that is your groups, guys. That is your groups for the competition. I will put all the standings on the VPG platform in the next 30 minutes to an hour. So all the fixtures will be in place very shortly. And then you'll be able to discuss with the opponents and when you guys get the games played. I'm pretty sure it does start next Tuesday. Games, I think they start at 9:15 and 9:15 UK time. Or if you're playing from France or Germany, then obviously it's +1, which is 21:45, 22:15. And yeah guys, thank you all for watching. Best of luck next week for when this competition starts. All the group chats will be available by the end of today, so you can have communication just from the teams in your group. And yeah, best of luck in the competition. Don't forget to stream all the matches, as content is very important. We do want to promote you guys as much as possible, so make sure all teams are streaming, and make sure you guys are doing your stats as well, as we do want to give out a lot of leaderboard prizes. There is cash prizes to be won for the best goalkeeper, centre back, CDM, cam, winger and striker, and also for the best goal. So if you score, save, if you do anything good, record it, clip it and send it into the VPD Discord. And that is it guys, thank you all for watching, best of luck, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.